What's up, guys? It is Brandon from the Two Piece Mandem, and I'm doing the Chelsea versus what's the team's Red Bull, Salzburg, or wherever they're called. Basically, we beat them 5-3, and I'm happy that we scored the 5 goals. But yeah, again, our defending was a bit bollocks. But I'm happy we got the win. Don't get me wrong. So let's just go through the negatives of the game first. So essentially, yet again, we were on the back foot. We were playing the formation that was 4-2-3-1 with, who was at right back? Dave was at right back. Kurt Zuma next to David Luiz at centre back. And left back was Emerson as well. 2 defensive midfielders, Kovacic and Jorginho. In the middle, you had, what's his name? Ross Barkley. Left wing, you had Christian Pulisic. Right wing, you had Pedro. Then centre forward is the tall, lanky black guy that is Tammy Abraham. So essentially, throughout the game, right, I remember, I think I watched it like, 20 minutes, something like that. No, the game started at 7, and I started to watch it at 17 minutes past 7. So essentially, I saw that it was 0-0, and I was like, okay, what the frick are we doing? And then I realized that by the commentary that we were we didn't have a lot of possession. So essentially, they were pressing us high up the field, which was actually a good test for us, because that's how Premier League teams are actually going to play against us. Those niggas are going to press high up the freaking field, right? So I wanted to know, okay, can we outpass those bastards? Will we still be able to maintain possession, or will we freaking lose it if we can't handle high press? Because let's be honest, if we're against Man City and we can't pass around them or freaking defeat their high press, then we're pretty much screwed. You might as well not freaking play the goddamn game. So essentially, they had the majority of the ball. They were pressing us high, but since we were able to outpass them, which I was pretty pleased about, Christian Pulisic scored his goal. It was good one-touch football as well. I was genuinely really pleased the way we just passed around them. I think Barkley was one of the best players yet again in another preseason game. Genuinely finding his form. Christian Pulisic, he scores his goal. It was a beautiful goal. I think he cut back and he just shot it through I think the defender's legs or something like that. So the goalkeeper didn't know when my man was about to freaking hit that ball, and essentially it went into the bottom right corner. And then the next goal, who was it from again? Oh yeah, Pulisic again. When Ross Barkley pinged some next Fabregas pass across the field. It was a beautiful run from Pulisic as well. He kept his run onside, a lovely first control, and he just tucks it into the bottom left-hand corner, and that's beautiful football. But Ross Barkley has been amazing this preseason. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, the game against Reading, that free kick he scored, and his passing and his movement. The one yesterday against Red Bull. It's just Ross Barkley has to start in the next Premier League game, because he's been absolutely tremendous. I'm not even gonna lie, he's been absolutely tremendous in these preseason games. I just want to know how he's gonna play in the Premier League. That's what I want to know. Will he be able to maintain this? So, because Ross Barkley, he's like the player that used to be at Everton. That's the reason why we signed him, because he's just high quality. And essentially, so we were 2-0 up in that point, and the third goal came from, who was it again? Yeah, Christian Pulisic let yet again, I think, get into the box, and I think he got fouled as well. And Ross Barkley scored, so he made it 3-0. So yet again, he scored a penalty, obviously on the score sheet. So he assisted a goal and he scored a goal. But Ross Barkley has to start. But then I think we were getting a bit lazy, because then we conceded a goal in the second half. Obviously, they replaced all their players and they brought on a fresh batch of players. But essentially, we still shouldn't have conceded a goal. So I think it was 3-1. Then I don't know if we scored next. Yeah, I think we scored next. Another beautiful ball from Ross Barkley as well. He crossed it into the freaking penalty area. And then Pedro, freaking heck. Sorry, we don't rate this guy enough. We don't rate Pedro Rodriguez enough, because he's just class. The goal that he freaking scored was freaking out of this blood clot world, right? So essentially, Ross Barkley crossed the ball into the box. Pedro wasn't even looking at the freaking goal, right? My man had to pretty much improvise and readjust himself, right? He backheeled it in. It was a no-look, a backheel goal. And it was a beautiful freaking goal. The way he scored that was freaking amazing. It was just such a beautiful goal. Honestly, the keeper had no chance. Even the freaking Red Bull fans had to bloody appreciate that goal, because that goal was just bloody class. And then obviously, since we can't defend set pieces for shit, because that's just the way Chelsea is, and I thought, you know what, maybe we would improve on our set pieces, considering the fact that we conceded a set piece against Reading? Did we? Did we concede a set piece? No, they actually won. They kept winning the headers in the set pieces, and that's where our weakness is going to be. That's where you get teams like freaking Burnley and Crystal Palace and Leicester City scoring headers and set pieces against us because we can't defend them for shit. And now I can just see that happening now. So Frank Lampard really needs to encourage his freaking players to defend set pieces because we can't defend them for shit. And don't even think we can defend them against the big teams that's freaking Liverpool and Man City. You might as well forget that bullshit. What else? So yeah, pretty much we conceded 2 goals, which I was like pretty pissed off about. The header, initially, obviously, David Luiz, being the dumbass that he is, instead of actually playing it seriously, he casually tried to chip it towards Aspilicueta, but this guy didn't know how to chip a ball for shit. So essentially, he went out for a corner, and then they scored from a corner. I'm not gonna say it's David Luiz's fault because we should have defended that. Then we conceded, I think, 2 more goals or something like that. So I think it was 4-3 then, and then Michy Batshuayi, yet again showing his class. I don't care what anyone says, right? Back in the day, right, Michy Batshuayi, or last year, he probably would have missed. He got the ball, right? He shot at the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper saved it. He retrieved the ball. The Red Bull defender tried to stop him, but then Michy Batshuayi, he cut in. He faked the shot with his left foot, drops that nigga to sleep, and then bangs it in with his right freaking foot. Oh my god, he banged it into the freaking roof of the net. And it was a superb goal. He could have passed it into Pedro, he could have passed it into Barkley, Pulisic, but he said no, screw this. Man's scoring his goal and he doesn't give 2 fucks, and he just bangs it into the back of the net. That's classic Michy Batshuayi, and just the fact that he scored that goal just shows you how much they want to be in that starting lineup. Tabby Abraham had a chance, but he wasn't really doing it. But I think Michy Batshuayi has to start. He just has to start. He has so much experience in the Premier League. He knows that how people play in the Premier League. He's got the experience. He can hold up the ball. He's genuinely good. Like, he's not rubbish at all. Like, people underestimate and say, oh, he's crap and all that stuff, but he can actually finish. He's a very good finisher of the ball, and I want to see that in the Premier League. I want to see him score goals like that because he'll be superb for us, and that's just the bottom line at the end of the day. Alright guys, that's the end of the review. If you guys enjoyed this review, leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe as well and click that notification bell as well. Right, I want to see us hit at least 30 likes for this video, and make sure we get up to like 500 subscribers because I think we bloody deserve it. Alright, I'll see you guys in a bit. Hold it.